All right, Shalom. I want to give all the glory and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ka, Kodash, double honors of the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the whole full elect, which are the remnant of the Israelites and the Israelite foreigners that don't like us, but they are us. Shalom. All right, now I'm going to be in the Good News Translation. I'm going to start at Haggai chapter 1, verse 2. Okay, this is basically Haggai speaking to Zerubbabel and Joshua back then. Basically about the same shit that we doing as of now, still to this day. All right, but this chapter is speaking on what happened back then. But spiritually, I'm talking as of now. All right, Haggai chapter 1, verse 2, Good News Translation. The Lord Almighty said to Haggai, "These people say that this is not right time to rebuild the temple." The Lord then gave this message to the people through the prophet Haggai. Verse 4, "My people, why should you be living in well-built houses while my temple lies in ruins? Don't you see what is happening to you?" So basically, the Lord is like, how you think you're going to live good while my shit down here is messed up? How you think you're going to focus on yourselves but not focus on me? And you got to remember, we supposed to be recognizing the Lord first, then worry about ourselves. But as you can see, back then, we were more caught up on our own selves and not worrying about the Lord. Because you got to think about it. How come, if the Lord have a house that he need to be built up, how is our house is built first before his? Because we focus on ourselves only. Verse 6, "You have planted much grain, but have harvested very little. You have food to eat, but not enough to make you full. You have wine to drink, but not enough to get drunk on. You have clothing, but not enough to keep you warm. And workers cannot earn enough to live on." Can you see why this has happened? Because at the end of the day, we said, fuck the Lord. We more focused on ourselves. We forsaken the living waters. Might go to Jeremiah chapter 2 real quick in the Good News Translation. Jeremiah 2 and 11, Good News Translation. "No other nation has Oslaki too, if you hear the noise in the background." All right, Jeremiah 2 and 11, Good News Translation. "No other nation has ever changed its gods, even though they were not real. But my people have exchanged me, the power who has brought them honor, for gods that can do nothing for them." So the other nations know that their gods ain't shit, can't do nothing for them. But we know we have a true power and still chose to go live follow after nothing. Basically what we've chose to do. Verse 12, "And so I command the sky to shake with horror, to be amazed and astonished. For my people have committed two sins. They have turned away from me, the spring of fresh water, and they dug up cisterns, cracked cisterns that hold no water at all." So we basically forsaken the Lord, said fuck him, start doing our own things, and we don't even barely know what the hell we even do our own for ourselves. That's why everything we have fall apart. We don't know how to keep shit together, how it's supposed to, without righteousness, without the Lord. We need structures, we need guidance. And without proper guidance, we ain't gonna know what the fuck to do. Why? Because we still chose to be on ourselves instead of following the Lord like we're supposed to. That's why all this shit has to happen. That's why all this had to happen. Just so we gotta get a better understanding of why this, why that. Let me get back to Haggai. All right. Haggai 1 and 8, Good News Translation. "Now go up into the hills, get lumber, and rebuild the temple. Then I will be pleased, and I will worship, and I will be worshipped as I should be." Verse 9, "You hoped for large harvests, but they turned out to be small. And when you brought the harvest home, I blew it away. You gotta think about it. We worked hard as hell here in this fucked up ass world and got nothing but little ass crumbs. Why? Because my temple lies in ruins while right here, hold on. Let me start over. Verse 9. You hoped for large harvests, but they turned out to be small. And when you brought the harvest home, I blew it away. Why did I do that? Because my temple lies in ruins while every one of you is busy working on your own house. This is why everything we do never prosper, no matter what it is, because we focus on ourselves and not the Lord. And this is why it happens. Verse 10, that is why there is no rain and nothing can grow. I'm about to go to James 1, and I'm going to go to James 1, the Good News Translation, and I'm going to read 13 and 14. All right, here we go. 13. If we are tempted by such trials, we must not say this temptation comes from God, for God cannot be tempted by evil, and he himself tempts no one. All right, so this word tempt, right, you got to keep in mind, tempt is being enticed by evil. The Lord not going to entice us up to go do evil. That's why you got Satan out here. That's why you got the devils out here, the deceivers out here. They the ones going to entice us to do evil. We just got to be fortified and ask the Lord to give us the strength and the endurance to keep following him at all times, no matter what. So if we tempt after our own lust, that was on us at the end of the day. That was Satan that did that, not the Lord. Let me read that again. If we are tempted by such trials, we must not say this temptation comes from God, for God cannot be tempted by evil, and he himself tempts no one. But we are tempted when we are drawn away and trapped by our own evil desires. So once we was in our mind saying like, look, we put the Lord to the side, I want to do what I want to do. Oh, that's when the Lord's like, oh, okay. He sent Satan on our asses. And then Satan sent all his devils and all his goons on our asses at the end of the day. Because why? We said we want to do what we want to do, not what the Lord told us to do. This is what happens. So you can't say that the Lord made you do this, the Lord made you do that. No, you chose to do what you want to do, so Satan is on your ass now. It is what it is. If you chose to follow the Lord, you would have been good. The Lord going to chastise you, he ain't going to tempt you. I'm going to read 15 too. He said, then our evil desires conceives and give birth to sin. And sin, when it's full grown, gives birth to death. So basically, if you want to still focus on your own desires, this is what's going to happen. You're going to keep sinning, and eventually your ass is going to die. Plain and simple. All right, let me get back to Haggai. So I remember the same shit that happened back then in Haggai. The same thing happening right now. Everybody still gonna go after their own lust, thinking this shit's sweet. It ain't sweet out here. All right, now I'm gonna read verse 11. Haggai 1:11. I brought drought on the land, on its hills, grain fields, vineyards, and olive orchards, on every crop that ground produced, on people and animals, everything you try to grow. So basically, the Lord stopped, shut down everything that we was trying to prosper into. Because why? We said fuck him, so he said fuck us too for the moment. And he sent Satan on our ass, and now Satan got us out there trying doing anything and everything, all because of why? We chose to do what we wanted to do. That's what happens. So as of now, the Lord is letting it be known, like, look, come reason with me. You know what's going on. Come talk to me. I got you. But I'm going to continue to read real quick, and then I'm going to go to, hold on, let me just read real fast. All right, verse 12. Then Zerubbabel and Joshua and all the people who had returned from the exile in Babylonia did what the Lord, their power, told them to do. They were afraid and obeyed the prophet Haggai, the Lord's messenger. And think about it. All the sincere as of right now, we listen and we obey and do what we can to our best ability because we see what's going on and we remember these stories. As of right now, we're probably thinking about like, shit, he did do what he did back then to everybody when Haggai was preaching. So let's just obey what we need to do so that shit won't happen to us again. And that's the spirit we need to be in. We need to focus on obey the Lord so we won't have to go through them same troubles again. All right. right, verse 13. Then Haggai gave the Lord message to the people. I will be with you. That is my promise. The Lord inspired everyone to work on the temple. Zerubbabel, the governor of Judah, Joshua, the high priest, and all the people who have returned from exile. They began working on the temple of the Lord Almighty, their power. And that's what we're doing right now. All the prophets, the apostles out here, let it be known what we need to be doing. And now everybody sincere, all the sincere and humble ones is help building up this temple so we can go to fuck home and be saved from this troubles that's coming. All right. That's why we need to go ahead. The Lord's telling us, let's reason now. Do what you need to do so you become clean. Let me go to Isaiah 118. I'm gonna close out in there. Don't keep seeking after your own lust. You basically seeking after death. All right. Isaiah 118, Good News Translation. The Lord says, now let's settle this matter. You are stained red with sin, but I will wash you as clean as snow. Although your stains are deep red, you will be white as snow. If you will obey me, if you will only obey me, you will eat the good things the land produce. But if you defy me, you are doomed to die. I, the Lord, has spoken. So if you want to keep going after your own evil desires, instead of following the Lord, you want death. Plain and simple. All right? So that's the whole point. Don't continue on to go after our own lust. All right? We was doing it back then, man. Look where it got us at now. The Lord is giving us a chance to come back. It's the last chance right here. We're going to have to take death again and just come back. Do what you're supposed to do. But it's best to get it while you can now. All right? Hopefully that was edifying, straight to the point. Hopefully I wasn't scrambling too much. I want to give all the glory and praises to. All the glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders and the bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to hopeful elect, which are the remnant of the Israelites and the Israelite foreigners that don't look like us, but they are us. Shalom.